today at Trinity River Career Services for veterans presentation. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Okay, so just a little bit about career services. Our mission is to enhance students' learning and success by providing education related to career planning and services for secure employment. Some of the services that are provided by career services are online job online job search for college through College Central Network, career assessment through My Plan, career coaching through the career office, and cover letters, resume development and resume critiques, mock interviews are with employers, or just mock interviews with the career services staff. And also we have a career closet that provides clothing in case you have an interview that's coming up right away and you need a shirt or maybe the appropriate attire. You're able to go through our closet, select an item, and it is free for you to keep. And then also networking events, job fairs, and on-campus employment search assistance. So we're here to service you in all of those areas. First of all, we're going to talk about resumes. With a resume, you are to make it specific to the job you are applying for or to get, which means that you make an impression. You're going to make an impression with your resume that speaks to your experience and skills through your resume, and be specific about what your experience is and how you use those skills. So in other words, and I see this all the time, a person might say, I handled something. Well, what does that really mean? You handle. You might say, and this is looking at it from the military perspective, I transported machinery to the battle zones or to different posts. So you want to be very specific about who, about what you do in your with your resume. So one of the things you want to note is you want to be careful about before you even write a resume is know who you are. Okay, I realize that you have been in the military or you are in the military, but now you're seeking a civilian job. So as you seek that civilian job, you need to be able to walk that fine line between the experience you had as a military person and what you hope to do in the civilian event world, I should say. So first thing, you would go to myplan.com. And this is a great place for you to start to make sense of this new world that you once knew. And the world changes, job change, and then your interests change. You have to reflect on that. So who among you have experienced changing careers more than once? Just unmute and say, me. I do, I have. Who has never changed your career before? And that's good if you've never changed it before. I've changed several times. So it's always good to know where you're going. And I've stayed at places for long lengths of time, but the older you get, the more you're going to change careers. So with my plan, it helps you as a student and professionals plan more fulfilling lives by making well-informed decisions about where you're going to go to college, what you're going to do in life, choosing a major, planning ahead for your first career, or just thinking about making a career change. So myplan.com can help you explore options and bring clarity and insight into figuring out what is right for you. Getting started in myplan.com. There's several things that you need to know about my plan. You can explore careers. There's a career database, video library, salary calculator, and there's a top 10 list of careers that you can look at. Then there's the assessments. Under assessments, you'll find career personality tests, career interest inventory, career skills profiler, and career value assessments. And when I did my plan, I found that it was very, very interesting as far as how my results came out. This was just after I um, joined Career Services, because once I looked at my results, I knew that I was in the right place. And then colleges, undergraduate colleges, you can search those, graduate schools, community colleges, and also career colleges. So there's a wealth of information for you if you just get started in themindplan.com. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the free resume builder. Free resume builder, if you'll go online to HTTP, and you can copy the link there, www.tccd.edu, and then search in the bar for career services. Once you come to career services, then you click on career coach icon, and then you click on and sign up and build your resume. Create a profile, and then fill in all the information except for the professional links and the education's GPA. That's not necessary. Well, just don't do that here. Even on your resume, when you get ready to turn it in, unless you have a 4.0 that you would like to point out, I wouldn't put a GPA. And in the work history, if you type in the job title, it will pull up options with pre-written job descriptions, and then only pick 3 or 5. So it's important to know job descriptions for the type of job that you are applying for, because when you're writing your resume, and your experience, you want to refer to what they're asking for on that job. It lets them know that you have the skills that they're looking for. And as far as interviews, what do you know about interviews? What is your opinion about interviews? Everyone has an opinion, but I don't think everyone realizes that there's several types of interviews. One is the phone screening interview. And a lot of times, especially now, you will get that phone screening call for an interview, and they'll let you know that they're going to call you ahead of time, most times. So you just want to make sure that you are ready and listen carefully to the questions that you're asking, so that you basically answer by what they're asking you, because they're trying to screen you for a regular interview. And then, of course, most people have had a one-on-one interview, and we have the panel interview. Not everyone gets to participate in a panel interview. That's normally an interview where you're interviewed by several different departments. Maybe this is a really large company, and there's several different departments that will interview you, because what you're going to be doing is going to affect their department. So it's really important that you prepare for that panel interview, and be prepared to ask questions that aren't normally asked on an interview, during an interview. And then there's a group interview, and normally that's within the department. You might have several people from the department. It might be the supervisor, the person that's the SME on that particular group of people, or just one of your coworkers that you might be working with that might be on that actual panel to interview you. And today we had a job fair. So when if you were in a person-to-person job fair, when you walk up to the end of the table where you're seeking a job, you're on interview. just realize that you're being interviewed because they're looking at your presentation physically, they're looking at your communication, they're looking at your resume. So just be aware that you're being interviewed at that time, and that might determine whether or not your resume gets seen once they get back to the office and give it to the hiring manager. So be aware of that. And then lunch dinner interview. This is normally held salespeople, different higher up jobs where they want to just meet with you in a casual setting, get a feel for who you are, and just make sure that you don't get too comfortable with them because you're still being interviewed. And so you want to portray a certain character about yourself. And make sure that you're using proper etiquette as far as how you're eating, especially if you're at a dinner. Lunch is a little bit more relaxed, but especially if you're at a dinner or a formal dinner even. And then your video interview is something that is you would do on your own, and you would make a video and send it in to the person who is interviewing for the job, and then they would make a decision. So if you are not good with making videos, you need to get someone to help you, and you need to practice with those video interviews because you want to come across as smooth as possible. And not leave it so that there are questions that still need to be answered once you've completed the interview, because normally they will send you some questions that need to be answered. Okay. And then, of course, there's that quick interview, which is the elevator interview, where you would want to do 30 to 45 seconds telling who you are and what you can do. Okay, so preview. This is a preview interview checklist. And on that list is make a good first impression, be enthusiastic and have good eye contact, be sure and listen and use your communication skills, stay on topic, don't veer off into another lane somewhere. Make sure you answer the question that's being asked of you and pay close attention. That's where that listening comes in. And then conduct the interview, which means that you are a participant in this interview. Not only are you being interviewed, but you are actually interviewing that company. You may end up at the end of that interview not wanting to work there. So just make sure that you ask, once it comes to questions that you prepared on your own, that you have good questions. But during the time, be responsive when you're conducting the interview. And if there's something else that you can add that's positive to what they've asked you, then go ahead and do that as well. So refrain from negative statements. That's not going to help you. It's not going to help the employer. In fact, that could actually cause you to not get the job. And then always tell the truth. Okay, you don't want to have to backtrack and say, what did I say? What do I need to now? What can I say? So you just want to tell the truth, and that way you know what you said. Okay, know your rights. Make sure that you read up on what questions interviewers should not be asking you so that you know what questions you don't have to answer. So do your homework on that, and then prepare questions on your own. So if there's something you need to know about this company, and it's not anything that you shouldn't be asking things about what's already on the job description. You should not be asking about maybe even benefits that are listed online, because that shows that you haven't researched the company or the person that you're interviewing. Now, if it's not online, that's different, but make sure that you have researched and know what type of questions to ask. And you want to ask questions that show that you're interested in the job, which might relate to how many people are you going to be reporting to, and what is the size of your group that you'll be working with. So in summary, first, know who you are and determine what you want in a job or education by using resources such as My Plan. Second, prepare a resume using resources from your resume, from Career Services, free resume builder. Ask a review of your resume once it's completed. So use those resources that are available to you, and you can ask Career Services to review your resumes and your cover letters once they have been completed. And then thirdly, prepare your interview and know the do's and don'ts. Then practice, practice, practice. Are there any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, I appreciate you being here. And if you need any assistance from Career Services, we are more than happy to help you. Just reach out to us with our TR Career Services at tccd.edu email. Have a good day. Okay, guys, how was that? Oh, oh, you can stop the video.
So do you want me to stop the video, or do you want me to continue with the next
No,
section?
just continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Edward, just to let you know, we can't hear you. You might be muted.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. My name is Edward King. I'm a veteran advisor at TCC. What I want to do today is go over some key points with you when you attend your virtual veteran career fair. The points I want to go over with you is the benefits of a virtual career fair, how to prepare for a virtual career fair, give you an overview of a virtual career fair, and see if you have any questions or concerns. So if you were to attend a virtual fair, some of the things to keep in mind is that you won't have to travel at all, right? You'll be at home, but be sure to find a quiet place, of course. And there's no waiting in line. You don't get stuck in traffic, right? No long commutes. It's a lot of benefits to attending a virtual career fair. The next thing you want to think about is not to lock yourself into one location. What do I mean by that? So take this into account. Let's say you would like to go to a career fair, but right, the pandemic has started. Nor does a person have time to allow it. This is a great opportunity for you to attend a career fair, because if there's a pandemic, you really can't attend something physically. So there's an opportunity to do your virtual career fair, from home, from the comfort of your home, but ensure that you're well prepared to do so. It's easier for introverts. I know in the past I was an introvert, so and still am at times. So I seem to be kind of shy. And this gives you an opportunity to kind of prep and prepare for your career fair and have notes readily available, so you can refer to those and you can answer questions. So in a lot of our vets, I know that you're introverts. You've really dealt with a lot in life. You have a lot of challenges. Some may not be, but I think it's a lot easier for an introvert. And also, a virtual career fair brings you to an employer's attention. What I mean by that is it's going to be one-on-one chatting with that recruiter or that business or that company, and you have an opportunity to show them who you are. And don't waste that chance. Really do your best to connect with that individual. Like Ms. Legini was saying earlier, make sure you use the right verbiage. You do your best to convey exactly what you did at your past employment and how that transitions to the new job opportunity. And this is your opportunity to outshine the competition. And be sure that you, like I said before, are well prepared. It's very important. So be knowledgeable about all the companies that will be attending that day. They typically post who will be there. So look at their job opportunities before you go, and also a little bit about the history of the company and, of course, the mission. So if you know those things about those companies, have noted to the right of a computer or whatever it may be, so that you can refer to those if you get a question about their companies or why you want to work there. Now, how do you prepare? Earlier, Mr. Legini gave you tons of information. I'm gonna just give you brief things that I believe that you can do to assist also. Do your research on the companies, check your technology and make sure it's efficient, it's effective. For example, if you have spotty Wi-Fi, maybe go to a different location to ensure you have a great connection. Get dressed as if you were going to a physical career fair. I think you feel more confident, you feel more free. You kind of put yourself in that mindset of going to work versus sitting at home in your PJs or just having a dress shirt on and some shorts. You really don't want to go that route, right? You really want to be prepared. Find a distraction-free environment. That can be a quiet corner in your home. That can be maybe an office if you have an actual office, or if you have another space, a friend's home, or maybe they have a quiet space there. If you need to get childcare prior to, do that, but make sure you're in a distraction-free environment. Now, I'm going to give you an overview of the career fair and how it looks. So if you will attend VR, virtual veteran recruiting, that's an actual recruiting company. They definitely reach out to vets. That's one of their main goals. You'll see the link here posted below if you want to click on that or type it in. So moving forward, if you want to click on that link, it'll bring you to this page. It will tell you about the actual company and what they do and why they recruit vets and what's unique about them. Now, this is where you register. You'll put your email, first, last name, city, state. You'll put your branch of service. So they have a little background information on you. And also there's a connection for LinkedIn. So if you want to click that and actually connect your LinkedIn account to that. And the setup virtually is similar to an actual career fair. You have booths or companies listed that you may want to visit, and you just click on that company. Let's say you clicked on Highmark Health. So in Highmark Health, you click there. You can learn about their company, their career opportunities, and then you can learn about their culture and their story, who they are. And you definitely want to know that before you work for someone. Like Ms. Legini was saying earlier, it may not be the company for you. It may not be a match. And then once you click on careers, you're going to see all the opportunities you have here. So that way you can have a good idea of what they're offering and a little bit more about that job or career, I should say. And if you want to chat with a recruiter, you got an opportunity to do that also. So you can actually click on the chat option. You'll get one of their recruiters, and then you'll be able to ask specific questions. I think you definitely should have those written down prior. Now, here's some upcoming virtual recruiting fairs in the month of April, May, June, and July. And there's more beyond that if you click the link below. There is actually a national career fair coming up on May 18th for vets and military spouses. There's another company that also recruits military. They're called Recruit Military. And you'll see they also have a fair coming up in San Antonio and Austin. And they have a number of additional fairs here in Texas and also national if you click on the link that says virtual dates. I want to thank you for your commitment to our nation and giving us your time today. We're here to assist and help in any way we can. Thank you.